Well, good evening and welcome to this very special webinar where we today going to look at what does it mean to dig the well for your health and wealth before you and your family are thirsty. So I'm going to stop my screen and introduce myself and say, hi, my name is Charlotte Venter. I'm so excited to have you on this call today. If this is your first time joining us and listening to some of our promotions or incentives or overviews, then I want to say a massive welcome to the LiveVantage family, the LiveVantage product, and the business opportunity. You may wonder, what's this we are open on the side of me? Well, we are celebrating big time today because we have just opened the Philippines market and it is going crazy. In fact, we've had such a great result that we've jammed the system. We actually knocked out the whole system today. There's been so many enrollments and people buying our products and sharing with their friends and family. So it's very exciting. If you know anybody or have family in the Philippines, please chat with them and share with them what you're going to learn tonight. Well, a little bit about me. I'm a mom of two amazing children. My son Brandon is 28. My daughter Robin is 25. We live on the Sunshine Coast of Australia. Originally from South Africa, we moved over about 20 years ago. And family has always been really important for me and my husband. That's the reason we moved from that country years to give our kids a better opportunity. And we've always worked really hard. My husband is an engineer. I've had multiple different businesses myself. I've worked for corporate. I've done little things like just having a stall at a market. I volunteered at my church for many years. And from there, I grew into some different businesses and I never quite unlocked what I was looking for my life. And I think most of you will relate. You know, the big Australian dream is to own your own home, to have that white picket fence. It may not be a white picket fence, but at least it is to own your own home. And the second big dream is to work for yourself and to be successful. And the third biggest dream in Australia, from what statistics tells us, is to travel around the country and explore our beautiful nation and do a lap. And most Aussies want that. And, you know, we wanted the same thing, but we just found that we were working, doing our best, always, you know, showing up, being loyal, all of that, but it didn't quite get us to where we wanted to be in our life. And in fact, when we assessed, it looked like we were still going to work until we were 70. You know, it looked like we were nowhere near ready to go on a pension, and it was scary. And I made a decision to go and find something to do as a business that, number one, could get my husband out of his corporate job. You see, what I witnessed is over the past years, I really witnessed this man who I loved and adored and who always used to be the party guy, the happy guy. I saw him turn into this miserable man who was purely surviving one week after the next. And watching him really hurt me. One day we went down to the beautiful beach at Alexandra Headland. If you've ever been to the Sunshine Coast, make sure you go there, or you may have been already. But we were sitting on the beach and we were having a coffee. And I remember looking at him thinking, I wonder if he still dreams about what we can do in our life. So I looked at him, I said, honey, can I ask you a question? And he said, sure. I said, do you still dream? Do you still dream about all the stuff we used to dream about? And, you know, I'll never, ever forget the look in his face when he said to me, are you crazy? Like, can't you see I'm just trying to survive day after day? I'm not dreaming, Charlotte. Just, you know, almost like just go away. I don't even want to talk about that stuff, because that's for those crazy people. That's for the ones who think it's possible. But for us, like, we've tried it all, we've done our best, and we are just going to survive. And then we're going to potentially retire, have a few years, and then, you know, we'll be gone. And that broke my heart. I remember crying and crying for days thereafter, thinking, how did we get here? How? What did we do? What decisions did we make in our life to get us here? And sadly, many of those decisions were not us. We didn't make the decisions, right? We were just, it was just circumstantial stuff that happened. And I decided that I was going to do something to change it. And I went looking, start of January 2016, I went looking for a business opportunity that could change everything for us. Something that the harder I worked, potentially the more I could earn. Something that was not capped at changing my hours of work into dollars, because that's limited. And so I went on a journey. I looked at the top 100 direct sales network marketing companies within Australia. And about 2 weeks in, found the one that we're going to share with you today. And I started researching. It took me 4 months to do my due diligence. I looked at everything, friend, because I wanted a strong home business. I wanted to be that mum that could say, do you know what? I've retired my husband. My kids and I and my hubby, we're all great. In fact, we've got the best future we've ever had. We can travel. We're not worried about the kids need new soccer boots or the car needs new tires. The money is there. We can do that. And I went looking also for something that I could legitimately look at people and look them in the eye and say, I know if you use this, it's going to help you. I know you're going to feel better. I know long term it's going to really improve your health and potentially even prevent stuff that we can't see happening in your body. And so that's exactly what I found. Friends, I'm so humble when I say to you today that 5.5 years ago, I was in a position where everything looked dark. Everything looked dark. I was so depressed myself. I was many days just lying in a little ball thinking, how am I even going to get out of this? How am I even going to move forward with my own dreams? But you know what? Because I associated myself with this company, I linked arms with these people tonight that are going to share with you what's changed their world as well. And I just went to work. I now have a life that most people dream about. My husband and I, for the past 8 months, have been doing a lap around Australia. We do have the house. We are so incredibly, incredibly grateful for the 30,000 now lives that we've been able to touch just because one woman said yes. So tonight I want to share with you that right now in Australia, I believe we are in the bleakest of times in history when it comes to security of work. Right now, there are thousands of people having to make the decision to leave their job. Many of my friends are in that position because of the COVID vaccination requirement. Many companies are downsizing. People are working from home. They no longer have the staff they used to have. Many companies have shut shop. Many people are sitting in a position where they need income. They need either additional or the entire wage replaced. A couple of weeks ago, our very own government released a report. If you haven't seen this, hook up with one of us, we'll send it on to you. They released a report that said that they're predicting in the next 6 months that 4 to 5 million Australians will be out of work. Are you kidding me? This is supposed to be the best nation, and it is as far as I'm concerned, right? But this is supposed to be where your job is secure, where you can, go to bed and with and peace, knowing that tomorrow you go to work and you're going to get your wages. So at the end of the week, you can buy food and you can pay school fees and you can put fuel in your tank. We're not even talking about going on big holidays. We're talking now about the essentials. There are people that are living in cars as a family. There are people that are having to go to the Salvation Army to get their food, and they've never had to do that before. But I tell you what, we have got something in this business opportunity that you've tuned in tonight to listen to that is golden, and it is legitimate, it is strong, it is the company itself is debt free, cash strong. It is a publicly traded company. It is audited, it is registered within every nation where we sell, it is registered for tax, the business is registered, the products are registered, we have all the licenses, all the accolades, all the credentials we need to give you an incredible home business. If it wasn't that good, I wouldn't be here. I make sure I always dot all my I's and cross all my T's. And my intention was to get involved and have something long-term for my family. Long-term. I want to be long gone dead, and my grandkids and their kids should still be getting money from what I've done. That's called legacy, when your life keeps giving when you're long gone. So my intention was that, and I found that. And tonight I'm so incredibly honored to introduce to you Michael and Amy, another beautiful couple in our own country in Australia that found themselves in a place too where they wanted a better life. They wanted something different to what the mainstream offers, and that's not even secure anymore. This beautiful couple, we call them the Brady Bunch because they have 6 children. I think it's 6, right? Between the two of them that they bring up and they raise in between building an incredibly big business within Australia. These guys are next level individuals. They are the 1%ers of the world that you want to follow, you want to link arms with, and you want to join because they are exceptional people. But you know what is so exciting is that Amy and Michael is just an ordinary person like me. When I started my business, I had 2 of my girlfriends join me. I didn't have a big database. I didn't know how to do what I was doing. I don't like selling. I'm an introvert, all those things. And I bet you Michael and Amy can say the same. But you know what? We were hungry for success. We were hungry for change. We were hungry for results. And we just learned and learned and learned. And we will teach you exactly how to overcome those fears that you have and turn them into stuff that's going to propel you to success. So without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Michael and Amy, and they're going to share with you tonight why they joined this company and more about what this company and the opportunity is. Thank you so, so much, guys. We really appreciate you.
Thank you. That's a massive intro to us, and welcome. Thank you for having us. I guess if you haven't already realized by now, Charlotte and all of Charlotte's team are super passionate people. If you're wanting to join someone in business, then one of the things that I look for is a passion for health, a passion for wealth, a passion for wanting to help other people. And that goes so far, especially in this industry. So keep that in the back of your mind. I did have a presentation ready, but because I put it together, it probably wasn't fantastic and super professional. So we're just going to wing it. We're just going to have a talk about us. We're going to have a talk about the business. And if we start to bicker during it, just stand by. That's just what we do. That's how we do business. And we just like to have a bit of fun and not take things too seriously. So as Charlotte mentioned, I'm Michael, and this is Amy, my beautiful partner. We actually met in this industry, but going way back to, I guess, how I started out, I was an ICU nurse, and if I fidget and stuff like that, and Amy stopped me.
I was just about to like put my hand on his leg.
But... I like to fidget. I like shiny balls. I was an ICU nurse, and I was doing that for quite a while, and I was really burnt out. Like, I was working in an industry that I loved helping people and I loved working with people, but I was seeing the same chronic health issues day in, day out, and sometimes the same patients year in, year out. Like, they come in with the same issues, and it was so frustrating because all I wanted to do was help them. I wanted to help to fix them. I wanted to cure them. I wanted to teach them how to live better, but I was working in a system where we were kind of hamstrung. That's not what that system is designed to do. It's designed to patch people and give them support and those sorts of things, but it's not really designed to give them health promotion and that sort of support. So it burnt me out and it really fatigued me. And then I transitioned over to the university sector, and I was teaching in the university sector for quite a few years as well. And I thought, oh, this is awesome. I can have such an impact on students. And I loved working with impressionable students. But again, I got frustrated by the system because I knew what was going to be at the end of their road. Like, I knew that they were going out into a system where they're likely going to be burnt out in 2 to 3 years because of this nurses eat their own and all of these sorts of things that I hate. Like, I hate those sayings, but that's what was waiting for them. And I was burnt out, I was fatigued, and all of that took a huge toll on my personal life, on my family life, to the point where I was an absent father. I was always home, but I was never present. And this was in my previous relationship, and I had 3 kids at the time, and I was so fatigued. I was always looking and wanting to do something else, but I didn't really know what I could do. And I got to the point where I was depressed. I was chronically depressed. I was drinking a lot. I went through a period in my life where I kissed the kids goodbye one day and I left the house, and I had no intentions of living. I had no intentions of seeing out that night. And I was so lost in who I was as a person, a dad, as a partner, all of that, that I was ashamed of who I'd become. I'd stopped dreaming, like Charlotte was talking about. I just stopped dreaming. I stopped thinking that there was something out there. And I was a part of this community at the time, and it was people within this community that they had this infectious passion and this energy, and I couldn't help but reach out to them. They didn't know why I was reaching out to them, but I was phoning them. I actually phoned this beautiful woman. We weren't partners at the time.
He actually wants me to talk right now.
We weren't partners at the time, but we were good friends and we worked together. And it's people in this industry that saved my life. It wasn't my friends. It wasn't my family. It's people that just had a passion for giving and helping. And that saved my life. That's the reason why my kids have a father. That's the reason why I can speak today. And I guess if you haven't picked it up by now, like, I'm super passionate about helping people. I'm super passionate about health. I just love that we have a gift and we have an opportunity to be able to share that with people, and I get paid to do it. Like, awesome. How good is that? That's living for me. So I'll let Amy introduce herself.
It's making my eyes leak as well. Hey guys, thanks for joining us tonight. So Mike sort of asked me if I would come on and share a little bit about my journey. It's different to Mike's. Like, we met, as he said, through this industry. I've been in network marketing now for 7.5 years, so it's been a little while, and have been with another company before I transitioned to LifeVantage. And the reason that I chose LifeVantage was because of the character of the company. And I want you guys to really understand that is the previous company that I was with, I was not aligned with them in their character, and I could not actually share that with other people. But the character of this company is next level. I'm a health professional as well. I am an exercise physiologist. I lectured in physiology at university. So we both have master's degrees. We're both very well educated humans in Australia. We have 6 kids that we work full time with, live, work, breathe. We love our children, but our community is something that not only saved his life, but I guess it's really encompassed us as our family. Like, our kids know who we are and what we do, and network marketing is the reason that they can do and have what they want. So rather than I'm going to have that when I do that, is I'm going to do that and have that. Right? So do before you have, rather than, all of the things that you taught when you're at school. So as a human, I love health. I love the products that we have. We're going to go through them really quickly with you guys. I've got a puppy dog whinging at the door.
I'm just going to move the puppy.
I'm not sure why she's doing that. But, in terms of the business model, and I know there's some of you guys that are on this call tonight, you may or may not have actually been immersed within this company or within this business model, but it's completely changed my life. So I'm a 39-year-old woman. I was about to die when I was 30. I had a freakish accident that meant I had an ileostomy bag on the outside of my body. So that means, like, basically my bowel had stopped working, and I had to use my bowels on the outside of my body when I was 30, and I had 2 kids. And this human was actually working in ICU while I was a patient, but we didn't even know each other. So this is where, like, this whole community comes into play, right? And so I sort of was like, all right, I was working a couple jobs, had my kids. My ex-husband was a successful teacher. We had an income, but we didn't have a life. Like, we just went to work, we came home. We went to work, we came home. Like, who does that? You guys probably do that right now. Some of you do, some of you don't. And I just said to myself, I actually need to be able to support myself in a time that this might happen to me or my kids. So I looked for an opportunity, much like Charlotte. that would allow me to work full time doing something else online. You know what? Like in the last 18 months, that decision has been the best decision of our lives because we don't have a mandate. Ain't no mandate on us, right? He can't work as a nurse, but he can sure as shit work in our company online because we made the decision to build our business. So do you want to talk about the product real quick?
Yeah, so I guess although we're talking about business, it's really important to understand why we're so passionate about the products. And essentially, like, we built our business on these two. They're amazing skin products. There's other products, but these two products alone are super important because when we age, we're exposed to so much crap in the environment and out there. And one of the ways that we age is oxidative stress. And I didn't know a lot about that. I wasn't taught a lot about that at university, but it's massive. So when you age, you're basically like a bitten apple. You're sitting out on the bench and you're exposed to oxygen and you start to decay, you start to break down. So that oxidation and that lack of antioxidants is one of the reasons why most chronic health conditions are here, or components of those chronic health conditions, and inflammation and all those things. So the main product, NRF2, Protandim, there's so much research and evidence and stuff that goes along with that. But for us as health professionals, it's TGA approved. It's backed by science. It's backed by evidence. Like, I don't have to show you before and afters. I don't have to, like, you can just see what this does for people around the world. And for me, like, when we first looked into this business, I grilled the people that we had a meeting with. And Amy's like, we're going to get on this meeting. We're going to talk to these people. I'm like, no, I'm going to grill them. I'm going to go to town. And then within 10 minutes, I was like, damn it, they're such nice people, because they knew what they had in their hands. They knew they had the ability to actually impact people's health. And by reducing that oxidative stress, you will 100% improve people's chronic health conditions without a doubt. So that's the main one. The other one is the mitochondrial health. And I basically liken that to basically switching on the energy within your cells and improving everything from anxiety, moods, sleep, energy, all of those sorts of things. So when you combine all of the chronic health issues with all of those other types of things, like, every single person who is over the age of 16 to 20 will likely have some sort of issues that these products could work for. So when you look at it from a business perspective, I've got consumable products. I've got something that's going to improve their health, not put them in hospital, not work like a medication. That's massive. That's really, really big for us. And that's the reason why we've built such a successful business on basically two products alone.
So look, we could go into heaps of detail about the products, guys, but you know, when I am talking to people about this business opportunity, I always say there's like two things that I want from you. Is I want you to be a good human. I want you to be a good human, right? And I want you to be able to help people, or I want that to be a passion of yours. So if those two things, like if you're a good human and you'd love to be a part of a community and you are willing to help people change their health, and I'm not just talking about their physical health, guys, we're talking about their psychological health, their emotional health, their wealth, right? So it's all about really improving your wealth. And we never really thought about that until, you know, we started to earn $1,000 a week, and then $2,000 a week, and then $3,000 a week, and then $4,000 a week. And we're like, holy dooly, like, this is actually life-changing, right? And we've been with this company for 12 months, almost 12 months. I think next week is 12 months for us. And we have built a really solid foundation, and it's because we can build a relationship. So hand on my heart, I know that this business model will work for all of you because we can communicate, and it's all about helping others using a product that works. We actually don't need to talk so much about the product because it works. The testimonials have worked. There's lots of studies about it. The company's in no debt, like Charlotte said. We're publicly traded. Everything is there, and it's very transparent for you to see. But when you submerge yourself in the community, which is what Michael has done and what I've done, it changes your life. And I know it might sound really cliche, but I want you guys to think about that. Like, right now, especially in Australia. Actually, it's worldwide, like it's global, really. We're just feeling it in Australia because that's where we live. But I'm sure if you're a global somewhere outside of Australia, then you will see what's actually happening. And you need security. You need to be able to provide for your family. You need to be able to be in a community that's positive and that's healthy and that's happy. So these two products alone can get rid of the toxin that might be coming into your body. Absolutely. Oh, he wants to say something.
No, go for it.
It can really help you to process those toxins in your body. And we do have a lot of other products out there that you can have a look at if you're interested in it. But in terms of the business model, I've never been a part of anything ever in my life that can provide for my family and also give me the time to be with them.
I'm not a salesperson. I hate sales. I couldn't sell anything. Like I still believe I'm not a salesperson, but I'm passionate about helping.
Well, he's not a 10 out of 10. That's not okay.
I'm 10 out of 10. But I had that fear when I started. I'm not a salesperson. But when I quickly turned that around into, well, I'm just helping people, like that mindset shifts. So I can't sell anything, but I do. I can't do what you do. Like I was always these people saying, well, I can't do what those presenters are doing. Awesome. This is probably the first presentation we've done in 12 months. So the systems and the tools that are in place mean that you don't have to do what the presenters are doing. There's all of these things set up, ready to go, that you're going to be taught a 3-step system. You're going to be taught to invite people to a group. Simple. Anyone can do that. You're going to taught to tap them into the right tool. Anyone can do that. And then you're going to tap them into one of your leaders or your mentors so that they can do the talking. And that whole process, all you had to do was say, hey, do you want to check this out? Hey, would you be open to earning some extra income? Hey, would you talk to my friend Charlotte or whoever invited you? And they'll be able to explain it to you. And you didn't need to do anything. You didn't need any education. You just needed a passion for wanting to help people or a passion for wanting to earn some money. And there's nothing wrong with earning money. I started this business because I wanted to earn money. That's the only reason. I wasn't interested in friends. I wasn't interested in the products. I wasn't interested in anything other than earning some money. And now, like, to be honest with you, I don't know how much money we earn. I'm here for the community. I'm here because I believe we have a gift that we can share with people. And when you get to that point, money doesn't matter. Like helping people, and especially the world that we're living in today, when you have the ability to do that, and we have people coming to us now saying, I just paid my registration and I didn't have to dip into my savings. I didn't have to get a loan for their car. I'm like, that's massive. Some people say I can pay extra $100 towards my rent. Like that's life-changing. You don't have to want to earn $1 million a week. If you just want to get healthy or you want to earn $50 or $100 a week, there's so many ways you can do that. An hour or two a day maximum. It's so simple to do. You just have to be willing to learn.
So like Michael said, we work in the pockets of our time. You know, if you're a mom or a dad and you have kids, like we have 6 kids, right? So from 10 till 3, we've got pretty much open. And from 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we're pretty much closed door, right? We don't really have much time because we've got kids and baths and bedtime and dinner and things like that. So we work this business in the pockets of our time. And so you might have more time than us, or you might have less time than us. That's okay. It's about what you want and what your goals are. And your mentor or the person that you are listening to, you know, or, you know, sharing their story with, they will help you and hold your hand to achieve those. Okay. So guys, we really want to thank you for having us on tonight. The system is simple. It's not easy. It's simple. And anyone can do an ITT. But thank you for letting us share our story and allowing us into your evening.
Thanks, guys. Glad we didn't fight tonight.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Hey, I have one question for you. You know, you can have the best product. It can be priced the best. The company can be the best. The way you get paid can be incredible. But if the market is saturated with a product that's similar or with distributors, it's really difficult to build a business, right? Do you think the market is saturated in Australia?
No, for so many reasons.
No, you go first.
So from a product perspective, there's there's products and there's products. When you have a product that has evidence and science behind it, as opposed to just products that, like, we know that there's other products on the market that are good for people's health. But when you back that by science and evidence, and there's barely any products on the market that have that like we do, it's second to none. So that saturation is never going to be a problem because we have that evidence. When you look at the fact that we have an aging population and people are always aging, like people say to us, oh, you're going to run out of people. I'm like, no, because that 16-year-old is going to be 40 one day. Like that cycle never ends unless the population ends. So we've got a consumable product, we've got the science and evidence, and we've got results. Like it's never a possibility for us.
It doesn't even come up for an objection for us ever because of those reasons. And because like if I'm 19, I want you guys to think about this. If I'm 19 and it takes me 10 years to build an online business, who cares? Like I'm going to be 29 and I might be earning like 6 figures plus. But does it even matter? So no, that is not even an objection that comes up for us. The market is 0% saturated. The products are they're amazing, and the business model, I think now we're going to see so much more of a surge in online marketing that you guys want to be in that, and using these products will help you anyway.
Don't you wish that you were told about this when you were 19?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
I have a young woman in my team. She's now 25. I've known her since she's 19. She's never working for anyone else ever again.
Mm-hmm. It's the same with my kids. You know, my son and his wife both studied engineering. They both, like you, very smart, both engineers, but they've worked in engineering like 6 months, and they said, heck, we're not doing that for the next 34 years. So they both built their business now. The same with my daughter. And, you know, more and more young people are seeing that they want out. They don't want to do that job thing, right? So I'm so excited, guys. I'm so glad that you have joined us 12 months ago, and, you know, that you were working towards your dreams and goals, and you are helping thousands of people. You are just amazing. Thank you so much for saying yes and for helping us spread the word, because we really do have, and you know, I know, of course, I'm going to be biased because this is my company and what I love, but genuinely the product, I believe, is the best in the world. I believe it is the most important product to get into your body, whether you're young or old. It is essential to reduce oxidative stress. And this product is the only scientifically peer-reviewed product that has been tested and trialed and validated by independent parties, and it's been published to say it works. So you don't have to guess. It's like, you know, if they blindfold you and they say, take a sip of this and guess if it's Coke or Pepsi, or you don't have to guess. Like, you just know what Coke tastes like, right? And the same with this product. We know that this is the original. This is the one with the science. This is the one that we see incredible results on every single day. So thank you guys for sharing. Guests on here, please do find out more about what we offer. Speak to the person who invited you and let them show you a little bit more. If you have any questions before you order your product or come in and help us distribute this, please do ask. We'd be more than happy to answer those. And Amy and Michael, when is the wedding?
Oh goodness, I don't know.
I keep forgetting that we're even.
We can't even cross the border in this country right now, so I'm not sure.
I know.
I keep forgetting, and soon.
You know, it's the same with me. I'm in WA at the moment because we've been traveling for 8 months, but we decided 2 days ago we got to pack up and head back to Queensland. Otherwise we can't get back, and we can't even go home. So we got 2 weeks to get there, until the 16th of December. So we'll be back in Queensland. But hey guys, so lovely to have you on here. We absolutely adore the two of you. Give all those kids a big hug and a kiss. And we hope to see you one day where we can hug and say hi, because we haven't even had events yet since you've joined. But thank you for sharing. We know you always share from the bottom of your heart, and we are so grateful.
Thank you guys. Have a nice night.
Thank you so much, everyone. Good night.